Nedved is one of the best value for money icons in the game, priced at about 280k. This is going to be a review that you are going to want to watch, because when I say that this card is one of the best cards in the game for learning how to do power shots, I absolutely mean it. But don't just take my word for it. Let's just have a wee look at how he is in game. Nedved was a player that I tried in multiple different teams with loads of other icons as well. His stats are really good, 5'10", high medium, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, can play cam and out on the left as well. He was a really good card, really, really strong. Having that versatility, being able to play out wide, but also in the middle as well. I am under the impression he can play anywhere across the attacking line. He played miles better in his stats. Balance could potentially do with just a little boost. His jumping is a bit weak. But overall, he just played miles better than the stats that were on the card. And his pace in particular was one thing that I really noticed. That's probably down to his trait. He's got rapid play style as well, along with that precious power shot plus trait. Honestly, when I say that I learned how to do power shots with this card, I really did learn how to do power shots with this card. I scored a massive, massive variety with him, and he was just so good at them. Having that 5-star weak foot, not having to worry about what foot you're taking this shot with, is a huge asset to your game. Being able to just, if you're under the cosh, only able to get out to the edge of your opponent's box, having that ability to just whip out a power shot when you need to is just a huge, huge asset. Now, I will add, in the games you see here, I do actually do more power shots. It only occurred to me later on that I needed to actually make sure it was showing the trait above when I was doing them, and he scored a lovely variety of them for me. I mean, there's that one right at the beginning of the review, which is absolutely ridiculous. I didn't even know that was possible, but he did have a lot of other benefits to his to the card as well. It's just his general finishing was very, very strong. Having that 5-star weak foot again is just such a plus. Not to mention as well, his movement is incredible. This is one of the few cards that I've actually noticed seems to press without you actually doing anything. He was already pressing people before I even initiated second man press, or whether or not I was just unbalanced on my custom tactics. And that was something that was huge for me, because he actually won the ball back multiple times for me. Just by pressing the fullback, by pressing the centre backs, he was winning the ball quite a lot. And I kind of noticed quite that physicality that he has that maybe isn't showcased as heavily on the card. Now, when I was trying to think of negatives for this card, I actually really, really struggled. And you'll see with a lot of the negatives that are about to come up, there's a few of them that have question mark, because I'm actually unsure on if they're actually going to be negatives. So when I say ease of use, I'm like, well, to utilize this card fully, you really need to be able to do the power shots. But when I say that I learned how to do power shots with him, that's where I kind of say ease of use is potentially a question mark, because that's how I learned. The longevity side of things, I'm after writing that up, I've kind of come to the conclusion where I think that most definitely is a negative, because Nedved is going to be a card that gets another card down the line. He's going to be someone that's going to get used for promos, so he is most definitely, longevity-wise, probably not going to last a large cycle. I think he would do you perfectly up until Team of the Year, and maybe do you for half of that spell between Team of the Year and Team of the Season. But I really don't know. It's really going to be dependent on if he gets another card and how well he does that. But as the card stands right now, he's my favourite left winger so far. I've used a lot of left wingers, and he is by far my favourite. Honestly, I can't undersell this card. He's just unbelievable. And I fully recommend them to anyone to try him out. For the value, for what he did for me in games, I fully recommend you going out and trying him. And team, when I was thinking of a rating for this card, again, it was a bit of a struggle. Again, the longevity is always something I try and consider. when I'm rating a card, and I'm quite happy to kind of give this card an 8.9. He is just got so much to his game. It's that longevity that I kind of plays in my mind a little bit. Jumping as well, you know, being able to cross it back post for your winger to be able to head it. It wasn't really an issue, but I feel that could be an issue for some people in their plays. It was mainly that longevity side that I was it was in the back of my mind. It's more because I know full well Nedved is going to get other cards that could potentially be better than this one down the line. So 8.9 right now for what this card's like. Team, let me know what you think of the review as well. And if you've used Nedved, what are your thoughts on them as well? But other than that, team, please do remember to subscribe. Stay safe. I'll catch you later on. Adios. Bye-bye.